I would just like to say this. Before I met Bailey, also known as the Jimmy Fan on here, I wasn't making reviews. And this room was very different. On this wall, there were two floating ghosts hanging up, and a big plush minion hanging up in that corner. On this wall, eventually, there is this top shelf. And in this room, there are the shelves back there, but it was not nearly as organized as this. This room has taken many different forms over the past few years. At some points, there would be a glowing mummy in that corner, or a butler. There were at one point two cauldron witches here. Way back when, Uncle Charlie was right there, along with the Bone Collector, Ghastly Gentleman, Barbara Wade, and Sassy Witch. And this room has just been so transformed. And even before Bailey recently came up to visit me, this floor was a mess because there were just a bunch of tabletops where I didn't know where to put them. So they ended up being on the floor. Where they weren't mine and they were going to be repaired by him. They were just on the floor. But Bailey took all that I had found and achieved, and he made it look way more presentable than I even already had it. You can fit like 6 people in here if you wanted to now, instead of just 2, maybe 3. Or even just 1 at some points. It looks much more presentable in here. And the craziest thing is that every one of these life sizes, except for the Jason, all of their functions work that are able to work. Obviously, some things like this, the Derpy Bell where their head turning is fried on the board, but that's been compensated with things being hot wired together so that both functions don't move as much, but they still move. This guy works the best he can. 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 This one's never been opened, but yeah, this works the best. This works flawlessly. So does this. These two work really well. And these were really difficult for him to restore because there's not a single screw in like these heads. She has a new motor. His head was completely snapped off, but he put longer screws in there and hot glued them so his head can actually stay on him now. And his wires are all reconnected. And never mind all of the prototypes that he has fixed, because that is simply incredible. So because of the hard work and the care that Bailey has provided to me, like 90% of all of my life-size figures work 100% like they just came out of the factory. If things can't be fixed like they were, they have a new custom mechanism in them. If things didn't have screws, they were reattached. If things were made or sort of slapped together, they were rebuilt on the inside mechanically better. And I put up this shelf with my dad, but we actually put up the other 3 shelves here. And he had the idea of using these string lights from the biker skeleton and stringing them up there, which looks great. And he also had the idea of pinning up the skull string light. And this right here was right here, but he convinced me enough to where I moved it over there. So I don't know where my collecting would be today if it weren't for him. And him being only like an hour and a half away. It just really makes me feel better to know that there's somebody like that I can see in person. I'm very, very thankful for that. But it would definitely not be the same without him. So, Bailey, thank you for all that you've done over the past year or so. Thank you for all the time and effort. And thank you for allowing me to compensate you for that time and effort. And just thank you for all the great moments. I know this is a long video, but I just wanted to show you guys that the clown's back, the prototypes are back, and this room just looks phenomenal. So thank you everybody, and I'll be doing another video like this when this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. I don't have any knowledge that it ever will, because this channel seems to be dying almost. Just I post videos and there'll be a few comments saying cool or nice or stuff like that. So thank you, Bailey. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed to this point. I'm not making any money off of YouTube. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.